Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So this is the Crash 1000 index and I am on the daily time frame, guys. So I want to show you what is possible on Crash 1000 based on the structures I have seen. All right, so first of all, you're looking at this structure. This is a daily time frame. You can see that I've already drawn a few lines here to mark key level and a structure the market is currently forming. But if you can also look at this, you'll also notice that there is a chance the market will be buying very soon. There's a chance the market will be buying massively very soon. All right, because that's a high. Okay, first of all, we look at the movement of the market as it came down to this where we have it currently. You can see that the market sold nicely. There was very nice sales from this high here down to this level. Then it started creating lower highs and lower lows. Now the market is creating has created a lower low. It is about to create a lower high, and I'm expecting the market to sell to the downside. Why am I expecting the market to sell to the downside? Guys, the structure, you can see the way the market is buying. It is buying with a very weak force. It's buying with a very weak force. You cannot compare the energy the market moved from here, do we have these bearish candlesticks, to the energy the market is using to move from here up to this level. You see, so there's a very high chance it's going to sell back and break through this supportive trend line to the downside to create a lower low. Then in due time, the market will be buying based on the overall structure we are having here. The overall structure, even if we go to the weekly time frame, you will see that the market, there is a chance the market will be buying. I may have to remove this drawing so that we see these things very clearly. Okay, so you can see this is a zone that the market has been buying from previously. Market has been buying from this zone, and on this same weekly time frame, you can see that the movement of the market has been impulsive from here down to this zone. Then it bought a little to create a lower high, then create a lower low. So it's pulling back to create a lower high, then maybe create a lower low. But from what you can see here, we should expect the market to buy, and you also see that this looks like a double bottom. You can also see that this looks like a double bottom that the market is creating right now. Like this is the first bottom, and this is the second bottom, and this will be the neckline. If this is the left bottom, and this is the right bottom, or first and second bottom, so this is actually going to be the neckline. So whenever, any day, any month, the market is able to get above this zone here, we should actually expect massive buys. And if you can trace this, where we have this zone, you can trace it to the left, you can see it's actually a strong zone in the market too, where market has been buying from. So any day market gets to this zone and is able to break above it, we should expect some massive buys, and the target should be this high here. All right, so for the meantime, we have to concentrate on what is happening on the lower time frame. All right, so if we place this trend line here to mark this impulsive correction, because what we can see is impulsive correction on the weekly time frame, we can see the market is actually on an impulsive correction, and then we want to place another trend line to mark out the resistive trend line, the resistance here. But we can't just put the trend line immediately at this point, so we go to the lower time frame, the 4-hourly time frame. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame, sorry, daily time frame. All right, so on the daily time frame, you can see the structure we mentioned earlier. It looks, and if as it is now, you try to put a trend line like this, it is going to be wrong, guys. It's going to be wrong. Why? Because at this point you just assume there is a breakout, and then you think the market will be buying and buying and buying. Or even if at all you think that, but just remember there is a zone here that can return the market to the downside. Even if you think that way, remember there is a zone here that can return the market to the downside. But nevertheless, I wouldn't even want to think that there's a breakout yet until I see a proper reversal. Or before, I wouldn't want to think this is actually a high. This is the right high to mark for this resistance until I see a proper reversal. I want to see the market properly reversing to the downside, selling to the downside, before I would know, okay, this is the high I should consider. All right, so at the lower high I should consider. So at this point, I'll remove this trend line because I do not trust it. I take off this trend line. All right, so you see, And if you look at what the market is doing, the market is also buying. At this point, you see the market is buying. Look at the current structure of the market. Look at the current structure. It's creating higher highs and higher lows. This structure here indicates the market to be selling to the downside first. On the weekly time frame, we actually expect the market to buy to the upside, to buy and break above this zone. But the structure we have on this daily time frame is telling us that the market will have to sell first before buying zone or breaking above this zone. So in that case, you have to wait for the market to actually sell before you sell maybe to this particular level here before you think of getting an entry. And it can happen that the market, maybe on getting to this zone, it can sell back to this support level, then starts buying massively. Then at the end, we'll end up having a head and shoulders pattern. What I'm trying to express in this particular video here, this illustration, is if you see a structure on a higher time frame that confirms the market will be going in a certain direction based on that time frame, do not just enter a trade immediately and expect the market to go that way. It might just be on that time frame, but if you go to a lower time frame, you might see that the market is not actually ready to go in that direction you are seeing on the higher time frame. So when you go to lower time frame, you see the current structure the market is creating, so you follow what the market is doing. But just remember that the market has a particular direction it wants to go much later. So just mark out the zones you want to expect the market to get to before you think of going in to take trades in the direction of the higher time frame. Like now, even when I go to the 1 hourly time frame, I still understand that this zone is the zone I expect the market to break out and to close, break out and close above before I'll think of entering a trade for a massive buy. You understand? I still have that in mind. Then on the daily time frame, I have in mind that if the market gets to this support zone or anywhere around this level, the market will want to sell and break this trend line to this support zone before buying back. So that's how the analysis goes. You understand? You don't need to just stick to what you've seen on the higher time frame, except you have enough funds on your account. You can decide to enter a trade here, since there is we expect the market to buy on the weekly time frame. So you can enter a trade at this point. Then your stop loss should be down here. Just put a stop loss below this where we have this low, just somewhere around here. Then allow the trade to run. Know that the market will be selling at some point. There will be some massive sales at some point, so it won't kick you out since your stop loss will be below this, around this level here. So, but if you do not have enough funds on your account to withstand those sales, guys, you wait for the market to actually come back. Just follow what the market is doing on the lower time frame, the structures it's creating. All right. Then, and at the same time, if you go down to the 4 hourly time frame, you can see what the market has been doing. There is a structure going on to also confirm the market will be selling. You can see some impulsive buys, and then the market now is buying correctively. A impulsive correction. You can see impulsive buys, then market finally started creating impulsive correction. This is also an indication the market is actually going to sell. All right, there's an indication here the market will be selling very soon. So for that reason, what are we going to do? You just pull out your trend line and try to guide the movement of the market at this point on this 4 hourly time frame. All right, so you pull out your trend line and guide the direction of the market, because any breakout there would indicate the market to be selling. In fact, we are actually expecting sales from what we are seeing now. We are expecting the market to sell. Guys, where is my trend line? Okay, good. You're expecting some sales. All right, so I don't want to waste your time too much, but just follow what I'm showing you. It's very simple. It's very simple. All right, let me just show you a trade I took this morning, and I made a very quick profit. I do not want to stay too long in the market. I just opened, let me go to that thing. Was it the 1 hourly time frame? No, 15 minutes time frame actually. Okay, 15 minutes time frame. So what I actually saw was this. Is something I've been explaining on this YouTube channel. All right, you can see I took some buys on this particular pair. The market was selling nicely, and it got to this level where it started. You can see the movement of the market at around this particular spot here, a kind of a consolidation, and it is something you can easily place a trend line. If you go to the 5 minutes time frame, you will see there is a very nice opportunity or very nice trend at around this point to be considered. So if you place a trend line here, you see that the market was actually consolidating and creating lower lows and lower highs at that point. So I go to the 5 minutes time frame, so you can see that very clearly. All right, so you can see this very clearly. The market has been selling from this trend line. Each time it gets here, it sells, gets here, it sells, until finally it was able to break and close above this trend line and got to where we have this drop base drop setup, and then reacted to create a pullback. Then, but I didn't do this on the 5 minutes time frame. So all I did was to, on the same 15 minutes time frame, where I met the market was when it was forming, when it was still forming this particular bearish candlestick that has a long wick down. That's where I met the market. So I looked at the surroundings, like looked at the chart to confirm the market actually sold, and then this is an impulsive correction. Then the market finally broke out of the impulsive correction, got to this zone, and then came back to do a pullback. So I knew it was actually going to buy and profit. So I actually entered the trade at this point and took my nice profit around this zone. I just took the profit around this zone. All right. So at this point, one position, I used a lot size of 3.0 to enter the trade, and you can see with a lot size of 3.0, I was able to make about 89 US dollars just for one position. You understand? One position was able to give 89 US dollars, guys. With the losses of, no, I think it was, so 4.0, sorry, losses of 4.0, so it gave me about $89 in profit. It bought nicely, very very nicely up to this level, you know. So it is something you can practice. I think I also entered a trade on volatility 50 index using the same approach. Let me quickly check V50. So I will show you guys where I took the trade. V50, okay, this is it. Okay guys, so you can see this, you can see this, you can see the nice sales. The market sold nicely, the market sold nicely and started creating lower highs and lower lows. At this point, we see both green and red candlesticks. The market was creating lower highs and lower lows. Then finally there was a breakout and there was a retest with this week. So if you go down to the 5 minutes time frame, is where you'll be able to see that structure very clearly. Let me zoom out a bit, then we go back. Okay, good. So you look at it here. So here is where we have this is the trend line, this is the trend line here. One moment guys. All right, then the market broke, the market sold above it, sorry, the market bought and broke above it, then finally came back to do a retest. I entered the trade around this retest point, around this point, and you can see it bought, and I took some massive profit around this zone or so. It was able to give me up to $15 with the minimum loss size, which is 4.0. All right, so, and I opened multiple positions, guys. So these things, they work. It's only us, it's only for you to try to practice them. You can never understand this thing if you do not practice. Some people claim breakout and retest do not work, you know, because they don't know. People believe resistance and support do not work. It's just because they do not know the little things that are that make up, I don't even know how to explain it, you know. If there is something somebody says is working and then you know the same thing yet it's not working for you, it is possible that you do not have the full knowledge about that stuff. The knowledge you have for that particular thing is not enough. Try to get the knowledge and practice, then you will see it's going to work. But if you just feel it doesn't work, resistance support doesn't work, that is because of the limited knowledge you have about them. So instead, look for those who have the knowledge, learn from them, and then you see you will be making some good profit. You will see improvement. Your trading experience is going to change, guys. So with just this resistance, this breakout and retest, you can make some good profit. All you need to do is just to learn a market structure also, and understand when the market is actually creating impulsive correction and buying impulsively. You can easily predict. In fact, there is a video I will do another video in my next, maybe I think I will try to do that in my next video to explain to you guys how to mark out, there's how you will be drawing trend lines on the chart to predict where the market is actually going to reverse. There's not normal trend lines you draw outside. You'll be drawing trend lines within the across candlesticks. I will show you another way of drawing trend lines that also work. It works very powerfully well, guys. I will show you guys. All right, so meanwhile, stay tuned on this channel and wait for the next video. It's going to be powerful, guys. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, share your thoughts in the comment section. Click the link in the description of this video to get to my Telegram channel. Then from there you can reach out to me if you would want to enroll in my one-on-one mentorship. All right, and also, like I said in my last in the last video, I'm hoping to hold a free class for you guys, so you can have an opportunity to ask questions, share your experience, and then I see how I can help you guys to also succeed this year in the trading in this trading journey, guys. So stay blessed and stay tuned. See you in my next video. Peace out.